Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, man, today's video is dealing with your boy, or should I say the PRE Ops, who happen to be Blac Youngsta. So we already know that Blac Youngsta, he's no longer part of CMG. And the reason why, because everybody know that Jay-Z didn't want nothing to do with Blac Youngsta being a part of CMG, because Jay-Z has acquired CMG from Yo Gotti. You understand? That's the reason why y'all keep seeing all these pics floating around of Jay-Z with different CMG artists. But at the same time, like I told you guys before, Yo Gotti knew it would come to this. Yo Gotti knew it would come to a day where he knew he would have to distance himself from Blac Youngsta. Not only Yo Gotti, but also his brother Big Jook. Because if people keep seeing Big Jook around Blac Youngsta, they gonna really think those two guys orchestrated and paid for the whole Young Dolph setup. Now, it's a lot of folks who believe that this is over with. That those people, they got the guys who set up Young Dolph. But we all know that Straight Drop cousin, Jamarcus Johnson, Cornelius Smith, and Govin, they all just a bunch of send-offs. Basically a bunch of pawns on Yo Gotti brother Big Jook chessboard. Because again, the feds, they understand that somebody sent that order. And they can look at Govin history, and they know that Govin is not sending off any orders of that magnitude. Because like I stated before, man, Govin, he ain't get that type of money to be moving guys around. You understand? That's between Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook. But it's a lot of people who feel like Yo Gotti, he stepped away. That it was more of his brother Big Jook who wanted Young Dolph out the way. So let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to Young Dolph, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. Because Young Dolph, he was competition, and Young Dolph, he made a few diss songs about Big Jook that made Big Jook peers feel some type of way. And one of Big Jook peers is Govin. But again, this is back on your boy Blac Youngsta. Since Blac Youngsta has been removed from CMG, we all can see he been doing his own thing. And also with that, Blac Youngsta, he put out a diss song towards Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook and the whole CMG. Because Blac Youngsta, he felt like he was loyal to everybody who was over there. He say he was so loyal that it came back to bite him. Because he didn't know his loyalty would land him in a spot where he would no longer be a part of CMG. So you got your boy Yo Gotti, he feeling some type of way towards Blac Youngsta for Blac Youngsta going in on him on that diss song. Now, you got some people who feel like, hey man, this is all an overlay for the overplay. That Blac Youngsta and Yo Gotti, they still cool. But to the people, they have to let the people know that they have distanced themselves from one another. But under the table, they still communicate. Yo Gotti still got Blac Youngsta on the payroll. Because a lot of folks in Memphis already know that Blac Youngsta, he know a lot dealing with Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook. So with that being said, it's not going to be too easy for Yo Gotti to just replace Blac Youngsta and move on. I try to tell y'all, man, that Yo Gotti, he was moving in a different direction. In the direction he was moving in, he can't be seen with Blac Youngsta like that. That's why y'all haven't seen Blac Youngsta attend any events with Yo Gotti. It's been Moneybagg Yo and Glorilla. Two people that Yo Gotti feel like he could promote and brand and make money from. Because they put out music that's constantly being streamed. So that means you have something of value. But dealing with Blac Youngsta, a lot of folks already know that Blac Youngsta, he wasn't really part of CMG as a rapper. He was really Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook guard dog. So that's the reason why he's taking it personally that Yo Gotti had to distance himself. Because your boy Jay-Z, he ain't want nothing to do with Blac Youngsta attending any functions that he'll be at. So he had to let Yo Gotti know, hey man, in order for me to help you out, dealing with this whole Young Dolph setup, and to make sure that these people don't see you as the main chess player, the one thing you gotta do is, you gotta remove Blac Youngsta. The reason being because he made himself hot. Yeah, basically, Blac Youngsta made himself hot. Because he wanted to let the world know that he had something to do with taking out Young Dolph. Especially when Jay-Z is hearing somebody like Grove Hero speak on Blac Youngsta having something to do with Young Dolph's untimely demise. So basically, it's like this. Blac Youngsta, he played himself. He sold himself short. Because you don't have to do these videos going in on Young Dolph like you had something to do with his untimely demise. How you think the world was going to look at you? especially a lot of people who had respect for Young Dolph. And again, that's something that Jay-Z, he recognizes. So he had to let Yo Gotti know, hey man, your boy Blac Youngsta, he got to go over there. Because this whole Young Dolph situation, the people is not going to let it rest. Because they want justice for what happened to Paper Route Frank. You understand? Yeah, folks, in order to set up Young Dolph, you got to have the people that's paid in position to make sure that the play go as planned. You understand? And that's exactly what happened. And those guys on the department, that's families with Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook, they made sure that none of the real camera footage came out, man. Not even from the MPD Skycam. Come on, man. That's the reason why the people seeing that the feds had to step in. Because it was too many hands in the cookie jar pertaining to setting up Young Dolph. But it's a sad situation that Paper Route Frank had to get taken out like this. All these black men putting their minds together to take down another black man. Come on, G. That's bogus. They could have put their minds together to do something beneficial for the city of Memphis as a whole. Don't matter if you from the north side, south side, west side, east side. Hey man, this is all for the representation of Memphis. So that the youth could see the adults doing something productive with their time, money, and energy. But at the same time, you can see that a lot of emotions got involved. And the reason why, because Young Dolph, Yo Gotti, and his brother Big Jook, they've been knowing one another for over 20 years. Where at one point in time, they was working with one another. And then that fell apart because Young Dolph, he wanted to do his own thing and create Paper Route Empire. Or should I say campaign for the empire. You understand? Yeah, fam, another reason why Jay-Z don't want Blac Youngsta a part of CMG, because he could see the numbers. Jay-Z, he can look at the numbers and see that Blac Youngsta, he's the only artist on CMG who's not really making no money off his music. And that's combined with shows and doing tours, along with the fans purchasing your merch. And we can all see, don't nobody purchase Heavy Camp merch, not compared to Moneybagg Yo BGE or Yo Gotti CMG, you understand? Everybody else on CMG, their music is at a high demand. But again, not your boy Blac Youngsta. And as I stated before, that's something that Jay-Z, he could see. So not only is Blac Youngsta bringing undue heat to CMG, he's not really making them no money, you understand? And also, the Heavy Camp artists, come on man, Blac Youngsta, he only got 3 of them over there. And they numbers ain't moving like that either. Now, don't get me wrong, when Blac Youngsta first came out, he had a good fan base. Because he had a few songs that was bumping in the clubs. His music was moving. Up until he started to diss Young Dolph, his music was buzzing in the streets and the clubs. All that started to fizzle. Because the people, they can see that Blac Youngsta, he only cared about dissing Young Dolph. Now, what really had the people in Memphis and all over fed up with Blac Youngsta, when they heard that he released bodily fluids on Young Dolph's gravesite. So again, a lot of people who was listening to Blac Youngsta music, they no longer want to. Because again, they can see how disrespectful Blac Youngsta was after Young Dolph's untimely demise. So with that, it was just a matter of time before Blac Youngsta put his foot in his own mouth. And that's exactly what happened. So with that being said, now that Blac Youngsta is heated towards Yo Gotti, did they really have to orchestrate the play to take out Paper Route Frank? But it's real, as black men, we could put ourselves in better positions if we stop beefing with one another. But us as men, we have to understand that the beef, it does not end with us. It just continues through our children. But your boy Straight Drop, I believe he's that connecting piece to help solve this whole Young Dolph setup. And that's real talk. Because as y'all can see in the pictures of Straight Drop standing behind Young Dolph, somebody had to send Straight Drop there and put him in that position to watch Paper Route Frank moves. The question is, who did it? You feel me? But hey, we get more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.